Party can continue, but we do want to get the show on the road. So if you don't want to stand, come and take a seat so that you can see the exciting proposals and presentations. So I'm Mary Ann Scully. I'm the Dean of the Selinger School of Business and Management, and am very excited to be here. And I thought what I would do is start with the classic question that we all ask ourselves, hopefully, every day, and impart to either our students or our families or our colleagues, and that is the why question. So why are we here tonight? And part of the why we are here is because of the here. We are here in Baltimore City. Loyola University of Maryland is an anchor institution in the city of Baltimore. We have two very interesting perspectives on the city of Baltimore as an anchor institution committed to the success and the health of this city. And that is that we have a front door that looks out on North Charles Street, probably one of the nicest residential neighborhoods that you would ever want to see in any country in the world. And we have our back door, which is York Road and Govans. And it's really all about York Road and Govans and the other York Roads and Govans in the city of Baltimore that causes our passion and our commitment to Baltimore, wanting to make a good city better. So number one, we're here because of here. Number two, tied to that and tied to our mission as a Jesuit institution is the desire to make the world a better place, and specifically to do our small part in making up for the centuries of injustice and inequity. And as a school of higher education, we know with some certainty, we have the data to prove it, we have faculty working on substantiating this proof. We know that a key factor in economic development is entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship has always been something that lifts people up. And if in the process of attracting and training and creating an ongoing ecosystem for entrepreneurs in this city that we care about and that we are anchoring, we can make things better and can, again, do our small part to begin to unravel the inequity that we see in the world and in the business community. So tied to Baltimore, but tied to our Jesuit mission, is the desire to do our part to reduce inequity. And one of the ways that we know that that happens is through entrepreneurship. So our program, the Baltimore Accelerator Program, which is part of the Simon Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, is really all about specifically targeting primarily women, minorities, and the disadvantaged when it comes to entrepreneurship. Some of us from different backgrounds still get up every morning and read the American Banker and the Wall Street Journal and the Financial Times and Pitch Book, which is all about the venture capital world. And what we see consistently is that companies founded only by women get a very small share of the venture capital pie. Companies founded only by the disadvantaged and the minorities get a very small share of the venture capital fund. And so one of the things that we can do is hopefully target those individuals, help them realize their dreams, but again, as an institution of higher education, focus on instilling in them not just the technical skills, but the leadership competencies that will give them a better than even chance of succeeding as entrepreneurs. And any of you or we who have been entrepreneurs know that in many cases the odds are stacked against you. But what will improve your odds of success is if you're focused on your competencies and you're focused on your leadership skills. And that's really what the Accelerator program is all about, It's about targeting minority and disadvantaged entrepreneurs in the city that we love and that we anchor, and instilling in them certain core technical competencies and a leadership mindset. And one of the things that we're doing a better and better job of is also making sure that they have an ongoing ecosystem that they can tie into. So one of the great things about working for an institution that's been so connected to the business community for so long is that we can provide our entrepreneurs going forward with that ecosystem, with financial services experts, with accounting firms that we know and work with in other ways, with law firms, so that after they leave the nest, so to speak, they can still feel connected, and obviously still feel connected to our faculty, to the students that have helped them along the way, and to the mentors, whether those be alumni or partners that they've met along the way. So our job is, again, to begin to reduce the inequity in our world, our piece of the world, Baltimore, by instilling competency. It's a perfect mission for a Jesuit higher education institution. So you will see some exciting presentations tonight. I've had the pleasure of working with some of these emerging entrepreneurs in a couple of different ways, speaking to them about culture and my own journey and changing cultures and building cultures. I've had the pleasure of working with a couple of them in an angel investing mode where we're trying to teach our students the core capabilities of due diligence. Not just pie in the sky, what's somebody's dream. How do you translate that dream into something that's fundable, and having our students develop those skills around due diligence, which is then something that helps some of our entrepreneurs. So it's very tangible, it's very tactical, it's all in service to a dream, and it's all in service to a mission, but it's tangible and tactical, and that's our job as educators. So you're going to hear these presentations tonight. We ask you, obviously, listen. We ask you to cheer at the appropriate moments. But we also are hoping that what you do when you leave this room tonight is that you can spread the aura of awareness, that this is something that Loyola is deeply engaged in through the Simon Center, through our accelerator program, through this Baltipreneurs program that we're offering tonight. That's the first thing that we ask, and it's an easy ask, I think. Just spread this awareness. If you are so motivated, and I don't know how you're not going to be motivated by at least a couple of the presenters tonight, if you're so motivated, help us to make those connections, whether that's a connection to time or talent or treasure. Help us to make those connections so that we can make their next step in the journey just as tangible and just as tactical as what Wendy and her colleagues instill in them during this program. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Wendy.
Thank you so much, Dean Scully. It is so great to have you here leading us at the Selinger School. We appreciate the welcome. Hi, everybody. I am so glad to be here with you tonight. Welcome. Thank you for being here. You have a great night in store. My name is Wendy Bolger. I'm the founding director for the Simon Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship here on campus. The name is new. It got longer in the past year. The Simon part is new, and that is thanks to a very generous endowment that has been made by alums of this university, Nick and Susie Simon. So we are so grateful to them for supporting our program. And my job here tonight is to say a lot of thank yous because we have so much gratitude. There are a lot of people in this room, and there are a lot of people you'll get to meet on the slides that I need to acknowledge and that I'm thrilled to celebrate. The number one group that I am thrilled to celebrate and to thank is sitting in the front row. Maybe you all can just let's start out by standing up and turning around. Thank you, Baltipreneurs. I want you all to feel the love. There is a lot of it in this room. These people worked so hard, and you're going to see it tonight. But it's also important for me to thank a lot of the folks, some of whom are more behind the scenes. So let's start by thanking our funders. A huge thanks to our new donors, the Raskob Foundation for Catholic Activities. We're so grateful for their support of the program this year. Gillette Boyce, Edward G. Boyce is a new donor. We're also so thrilled to have his support. You'll see him again on another slide because he's also a mentor. We welcome back One Main Financial and thank them for their support of the program and their continued support. The funds that donors like this give to the Baltipreneurs go straight back out to the entrepreneurs. So all the entrepreneurs get a stipend of $2,000, and many will receive awards tonight. And that is where the funding goes. I also have just the pleasure of working with this group of mentors that you see up on your screen right now. These are 9 of some of the most amazing people in our ecosystem. And so let's do a round of applause for our mentors. Many, many of them are here tonight. All of them devoted a large amount of time to the venture that they were assigned to. So as you heard, Baltipreneurs receive stipends. They also receive one-on-one pitch coaching. Henry Mortimer is here. Yes, thank you, Henry. Okay, they get research support from our library. They get instruction from Loyola faculty members, from many of you who are in the room, experts from all across the city. They also, as you'll hear a little more later, get access to follow-on funding, project support from student teams. There's a lot we throw at them, is what I'm trying to tell you with this list. But the number one most influential thing we learn in the surveys, this is our 4th year, folks, with Baltipreneurs, so we are learning every year. We're getting better. And one thing we know is that we couldn't be any better with our mentors. As you can see, many of them are alums. Those are the folks who have a year after their name. Chris Hogg has a star after his name. That's because he's back for the 2nd year in a row. Amazing. Thank you, Chris. If you see Steve Lane, he has a P by his name. He's not an alum technically. He's a parent times 2. Anybody here who has a kid in college, you know that's a bigger commitment than even being an alum, right? So we're so grateful to all these folks. And you really, what you've done is making a huge difference to the ventures. There's another group who helps us so much. These are our reviewers. Most of them are back they've been back for multiple years. As you can see, we bring Baltipreneurs back because Baltipreneur alums, they know what it takes to be a Baltipreneur, okay? And you can tell a Baltipreneur because they are differentiated. They tell us in their applications what their secret sauce is, and they're able to articulate that. That's one of the reasons we picked all you, because you told us that. You also told us what you wanted to learn. So if you can tell me that, then I can help you learn that, all right? So that's one of the things that we also look for in Baltipreneurs. Also, Baltipreneurs have to have something that they teach. So each one of them also does a session in our program where they are sharing their own knowledge. So that's what we're looking for. These people help us find our Baltipreneurs, and we can't thank them enough for their help. In reading, sometimes we get over 80 applications. It is a very competitive program these days. So we really appreciate the help with the reading. And our instructors. These are the folks who come into our sessions and lead our sessions and impart so much knowledge. We couldn't do the program without them. You'll see that Gordon Feinblatt showed up very strong this year, and I know that I saw Abba here somewhere. Yes, so thank you so much to Gordon Feinblatt. They're new. Lots of folks, most of the rest of these folks have been coming all these 4 years and sharing. Some are alums. As you can see, again, we brought back just last week, I think it was, we brought back Maritza, who's a Baltipreneur, and she helped us with some mindfulness to get ready for a situation like this where we're pitching. So we're so grateful to our instructors. We have a new group to thank this year, our classroom partners. This has been so exciting. Professor Malice is in the middle. We have worked with him from the beginning. He brings photography students to help with storytelling. He did it in a deeper way this year, and students were embedded with the Baltipreneur clients. Also, huge thanks to Professor Krahill, who I see right there, and also Professor Hoplamazian. They brought their students in huge numbers to team with the Baltipreneurs. They realized that there is no better teacher for their students than the folks here in the front row who are out there doing the work. So we're really excited to integrate the students. And there are a lot of students here today. Are you guys still here? Raise your hand if you're a Loyola student. Thank you for coming. Yes. All right, we're excited to have you here. I'm almost done with my thanks. As you guys can see, it takes a village, all right? There are a lot of people who help make this happen, and I want everybody to know what an amazing ecosystem we have, right? Here are some more people who are helping keep this ecosystem together. TEDCO and MBIA have extended grants to our Baltipreneurs for the past several years, over $50,000 in grants. Also, they've partnered with Founder Track for the past 2 years. We've been in a pilot, and we get free access to the Founder Track software. A lot of the Baltipreneurs really got a lot out of that. Loyola Consulting Group, do I have any student consultants here? Yes, I do. Excellent. All right, this is a club on campus. They do amazing professional work and project work for our Baltipreneurs. All right. We mentioned the Loyal Angels Fund. If you were here last year, you know that last year we raised $250,000, all dedicated to invest in startups in Maryland run by entrepreneurs of color and women entrepreneurs. These are the students who are doing the work. Several of them are here tonight, and tomorrow night, on Wednesday nights, they study with Jay Nuwachu is our adjunct professor. Probably a lot of you know him. He's there in the photo on the left. And he is making sure these students make great investments in some Baltipreneur companies. 2 or 3 of them will get an investment this year. Okay, we're finally getting to the awards. These are the awards that we are making tonight. There are 5 of them. The first 4 are for $5,500 each. Pitch Creator supported the Hustle Award partially, and we are so grateful to them for their help on that award. You all will be voting on that last Audience Choice Award, so be sure to stick around, and you'll get a QR code, and you get to tell us who wins that $3,000 award. So you know, for the other awards, the first 4, the Baltipreneurs are the judges. All right, we do this a little different because we know the Baltipreneurs are the ones who know who worked so hard, who deserves the award. Also, this is proven to be the best way to make an investment, so that they are actually the ones doing the due diligence, and the returns are going to be greater when you make a peer choice. All right. Let's see if I can get this detached, because we're almost there, folks. Thanks for hanging in there for all the thanks. As I said, we have a lot of people to thank. Here's what you're going to see tonight. This is the order in which they're speaking. The Baltipreneurs are ready to share their stories with you. They're going to talk for 5 minutes, and you're going to be blown away. What else do I need to tell you? Here's my last job. Well, a couple statistics. This cohort in particular, I want you to know, 56% female. That's the highest female representation we've had. Okay, we're doing our best. We're working on it. It's twice the percentage of women that we had last year, so we doubled from last year. Really diverse cohort. Their revenue ranges from 0. Okay, that's normal, all right? Very normal. We've got some apps in here. They have traction, all right? They have great momentum, but they don't have any revenue yet. We also have companies here who are into 800,000. They're almost in $1 million. Okay, so these folks know what they're doing. Every single one of them has at least one additional staff member they're working with. So you're going to be impressed. I know, with what you hear. And now I'm going to turn it over because we are very lucky to be working tonight with our Master of Ceremonies for the evening, Alfonso Mayo. He is a Baltipreneur alum. He is a first-generation college student. He is the founder of Mentoring Mentors, which is an organization that develops and teaches African-American youth leadership, integrity, accountability, and a passion for serving within the community. He teaches this by example, and I can imagine no better leader for this group, and he's going to be our example tonight. So Mayo, come on up and lead us through. Thank you.
Thank you. So good evening, everyone. All right, so I'm just going to be very clear about what my job is tonight, okay? So my job is to make sure that you clap a lot louder than you clapped for me, all right? Because to be honest, it's really hard to be an entrepreneur, and we have some really, really fine examples of people who are chasing after their dream. And I think at the very least, we can celebrate that. Is that okay? All right, but before we get started, I have to acknowledge this because it's a beautiful month. It is Women's History Month, right? And I wanted to acknowledge that. So, gentlemen, could we give it up for all of our women in the room, please? This world would not be this world without you all. And so, as Wendy said, founder and servant leader of Mentoring Mentors, and they always say things get better when you leave. So, a few years ago, I didn't have this platform. I was actually behind my desk with a nice little bright light to show my face. And the awards got bigger as well. So congratulations to you guys. I believe they was giving us $20 gift cards, $15. I'm just joking. But I do want to encourage all of my Baltipreneurs. Welcome, because tonight is just not about your pitch, but it's also a graduation. You're now a Baltipreneur forever. And so just remember to take your time, but be you. They don't know what's going on, but you do, all right? And so I want us to always just remain encouraging. Even if you stumble, just do what you know, because it's your passion, all right? And so I am super proud to be presenting these Baltipreneurs and remind you, your job is to clap as loud as you possibly can. All right, so my people that's standing on the back wall, I should see it. My people in the back, it's like a football game here tonight. All right, it's a celebration. And so I wanted to bring up the first Baltipreneur. I didn't have an opportunity to speak to this founder and CEO, but whose namesake and apps allows groups to collectively plan trips and travels.
How are you going to steal my stuff, man?
Oh, my bad. You don't want me to read that? All right, well, here we go. We got the flyest CEO and founder. I'm sorry. The flyest CEO and founder, Miss Jen Fry.
Thank you. You done stole all my stuff just because you got a bow tie on. Okay, don't start the time yet. The one thing I want to say, give me 15 seconds, is my cohort, we appreciate you. You have taken time out of your day to come get some free food and free alcohol. We know that. But we appreciate that you're taking time to come support us. So thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, we really appreciate that. Okay, fam. Oh, let me turn on my clock here. So I am here to help make your lives easier with travel. As we know, group travel as is brutal. People are making spreadsheets, Google Docs, text message threads, and nothing is working. And so my job is to make your life easier. So I've developed Cordal. Cordal is an inclusive group travel app. It is meant to allow everyone to travel easier, whether you're in a wheelchair, LGBT, black or brown, solo, everyone to travel easier. We're going to have real-time information, communication, logistics, all in one. So right now, what we see is group travel, it's manual. You have to put all the information in, you're slogging, having to put all those details. It's lacking real-time information. Once you have it in, you don't know when people's flights are, if they're delayed, if they're canceled. You literally don't know anything. You just are praying. We hope they're going to come in or on time. It's frustrating because you don't have the information you need to have a phenomenal experience. It's time-consuming. How many of y'all are the travel planners? Raise your hand if you're the one. You all know it's time consuming, right? You have to put all these details in, and no one reads them. I'm not going to lie. No one reads the details. Also, it's hard to get consensus for things. No one wants to give you their opinion until you're doing it, and then it's wrong, right? Most of the time. Nothing's easy to access. Yes, there's a Google Doc, but the problem with the Google Doc is that no one wants to look it up on their phone. It's chaotic. All the information, the text message threads, the Instagram threads, it's completely chaotic. And so with that, we have realized that currently 75% of group travelers are using Google Docs, spreadsheets, or really they're just praying and hoping to Jesus nothing goes wrong. Right? They're like bringing out the rosary beads and they're like, we hope nothing goes wrong with it. So I am here to solve that problem for you. So who am I? First off, I'm a trained sports geographer. It's not Miss Fry, it's Dr. Fry, just letting you know. I literally have a PhD in geography. Thank you, just saying. I am a social justice owner, so I understand what it means to have inclusion centered. I am a former college volleyball coach, so I'm used to creating detailed itineraries for small and large groups, moving them domestically and internationally. I know what it means to try and herd cats. I am also the official and unofficial travel planner of all of my friends and family, so I am used to doing this. So what do we do at Cordal? We have private and group chats. We have no manual typing. You're going to forward all your emails in. You're going to have polling for food and activities. You're going to have the ability to ask for money. Listen, I paid for drinks. I want my money back. We're here to help you with that. You're going to be able to track the weather. You're going to be able to have access to TripAdvisor and Yelp. We're going to have a robust reminder system so you do not have to keep texting people and they ignore them. You're going to be able to store pictures. You're going to have a movable itinerary. We're going to do all of those cool things. So you're asking, who's our ideal client right now? So currently it is black women, 35 to 45. I know it's me in these pictures, so maybe it's just for me. Just going to say that. So we are also doing black women, like I said, 35 to 45 who enjoy traveling, who've traveled a lot but just don't want to deal with it anymore. We're talking about events. We're not talking about one time. We're talking about looking at group travel events. 4th of July, Essence Festival. Also, all 4 of these ladies are former Gator Volleyball All-Americans from Florida at Essence Festival. Just want to say that. HBCU homecomings. We understand homecoming is such a big event. Graduations, spring break, and family reunions. So we are here to help you with that stuff. I'm actually going to bypass Target. So how we make money is in-app advertising, commission, affiliate links. We're going to have a really robust B2B subscription service and premium listings. Right now, our current competitor who I want to fight is Google Docs because it's easy, collaborative, but everyone really doesn't like it. Traction that we have 72 people since we've opened up live here this March. We have interest from group travel companies, retreats, and over 100,000 committed for friends and family. So here's kind of what it looks like. And here's what my ask for you is. Today, I want you to download it. It's on the App Store and Google Play right now, so please download it. Tell one friend about it. And connect me with 2 people. You're saying these are 2 people you need to meet. You have my information on every slide. Connect me with 2 people. So I just want to talk about the community, and I have about 30 seconds. The Baltipreneur community, these are my homies. This is the cohort. What Wendy has done, what Jennifer has done is create an amazing community of people that we can lean on, that we can talk to, that will help us out. This community has been fabulous for my development, for my soul. I just want to thank Wendy and Jennifer for what you have done for this community. I just love it, and I hope anyone else applies to it because it's so amazing. Thank you.
Nope. My clap meter didn't go off. So we're going to try that one more time for Dr. Fry. Could we give her a round of applause? That is what I'm talking about. Congratulations. Amazing job. And she did put out an ask. She asked us to download and invite 2 people. We can all do that. That's free. All right? All right, our next Baltipreneur. Now, I don't know him personally, but in the last several months, I've been doing my due diligence and going to black-owned restaurants, and I've gained about 15 pounds. So I need this product as soon as possible. But I would like to bring up the co-founder of Treehouse Juicery, Mr. Tard Sheridan.
Appreciate you. Testing, testing. All right. How y'all doing today? Everybody's good? Do I look nervous? I look nervous. Should I come out here? All right. Whew, all right. Did you know that 1 out of 3 American adults are 30% overweight / obese? In Baltimore, 1 in 4 residents live in a food desert, and this gives them limited opportunity to healthy food options. And in college, I suffered from health issues, but thankfully I healed myself, and I want to tell you how I did it. So Treehouse Juicery's mission is to provide a sustainable and accessible path to wellness for the entire family. We did this by creating juice that's all natural with no water, sugar, or preservatives, and no worries. So me and my fiance started this back in 2016. And since then, we've been in farmers markets, we've been selling to the government, and we've been doing a lot, but we want to show you how we did it. So the solution is to now bring a juice bar to a food desert strategically, making it healthy, convenient, and accessible. And we want to do it by focusing on the community. We want to open up our location as a hub for work study opportunities and employment. So right now, the beverage industry in the U.S. is it's $225 billion. And the cold pressed industry is $9 billion. And it's trending upward because cold pressed juice and people are becoming more health conscious. So as of now, our customers include fitness enthusiasts, working professionals, moms and dad who are between 18 and 65 years of age, and we even had the mayor purchase some juice from us. Now, our juices are sold at the Vegan Soul Fest. We've been at the NSA, Made in Baltimore, Luna Gardens, and we've had customers like University of Maryland, the Medical Center, GoDaddy, Feastival, and Impact Hub, and NCF. So the channels of distribution, how it works, is we make the juice at our shop, and then we distribute it at farmers markets, or we distribute it, we fulfill our orders online, and we also do events and catering. So our competition, what sets us apart is that we have a unique value proposition of we accept EBT so that people of low income, they can purchase our juice at farmers markets using food stamps. We also don't pasteurize our juice, which retains the nutrients and the digestive enzymes in the juice. And we also have a subscription so that you can purchase the juice and have it dropped off on a weekly basis, and you can also customize your detox orders. So since we've started, we weren't profitable in 2020. That's when COVID hit. But since then, 2021, we made $40,000, and we did that by doing online subscriptions. And then the next year after that, we made $140,000 by implementing farmers markets and online, and that's a 262% revenue growth. Using that calculation, we should be hitting $500,000 this year. So thus far, the traction, we've sold almost 17,000 bottles. We're in over 10 farmers markets. We are opening our first brick and mortar this year on 1821 North Charles Street, and we're on DoorDash and Uber Eats. We've made a lot of accomplishments thus far. We've purchased Good Nature X1 juice. At first, we could only make 700 bottles of juice per week. Now, this juicer, which was about the price of a car, this could produce 1,000 bottles per day. So this can increase our wholesale opportunities and give us more confidence when we seek and distributor relationships. Thus far, we've had great mentors and advisors, Chris Hogg, shout out, and also other people who've helped us from the venture management industry to consumer packaging industry, real estate, franchising. All of them have been a great help. Also, Loyola has been a great help to us as well. They've gave us a great mentor opportunity, and everyone's been just amazing to us, helping us grow and be vulnerable, and we can ask questions and learn together. So today we're asking for 10,000 because right now when we bottle our juice, we do it by hand. It takes so long. So with this by filling machine, it can fill 100 bottles per minute, saving us labor costs and time. About 150 hours of labor costs can be saved if we had this in our kitchen. So I want to thank you, and the reason I want to talk about juicing is because it really helped me save my life. I suffer from diabetes, hypertension, and ulcers, and once I started drinking juice, I realized that it was a juicing solution that could really heal everybody. So I want to share my story. Thank you.
Nope. I'm hoping that you guys can do this on your own. But from 40,000 to 160, I think we all would agree that that is tremendous growth. And to be projected at 500K, especially at these economic times, I think we can all agree that that deserves a standing ovation. Would you agree? Let's do it. Come on. Todd, congratulations, my guy. You did a phenomenal job. And again, I think we're going to be working together as I work my way down 30. So, all right. This next Baltipreneur, I actually met prior to this event, and I thought she was phenomenal then, and I know she's phenomenal now. I don't know much about technology. It's not really my thing. But anytime anybody can bring you a solution where you don't have to leave your home, you don't have to leave your car, you don't have to leave your living room, and you can interact with the people you choose to, it's a great product. It's a great service because it's just like Amazon. It's going to meet you where you are. And so please give it up for this amazing, amazing Baltipreneur, the CEO of Brick Rose Exchange, Bianca Jackson.
Someone co-opted too. Thanks. Oh, that was funny. Hey, everybody. My name is Bianca Jackson, and I am probably the first Black woman on the planet to have led a team win a Pulitzer Prize-winning virtual reality product. And so I mention that because that work that I did at USA Today as their project manager became the seed for the work that I'm now doing with Brick Rose Exchange. And so just really quickly, what you see right here, this image, is actually an image of a cigar lounge that we built in the metaverse to actually conduct client meetings. So feel free to scan. You'll see this code along the way. It'll take you to an email address. So getting started. So Brick Rose Exchange actually opened as an event space 8 months before the pandemic. And so like all over the world, people had a major issue. So $30 billion was lost around the world. And most events are used for marketing and sales. And so what did most people do? They went to Zoom. Now raise your hand if you absolutely hate Zoom at this point. We do too. And so that was one of the reasons why we went over Zoom and started having events in the metaverse. And so a lot of times when I present or I talk about this, many people can't see how the metaverse is going to be a thing. And it's very similar to how people viewed the internet 20 years ago. This is an actual article from December 5th, 2000, where many people thought the internet was going to be a fad. I see some people laughing in the audience. Yeah, they really thought it was going to be a fad. And so I just want to let you know that this is not a fad. This is the third iteration of the internet. So our solution, just really simply, I like to call this right here, Coachella in your backyard. So we built this actually for an internet radio startup company to have their artists actually perform. So we provide services, we actually help organizations plan their business for the metaverse, but then also do training. We've done training here in Baltimore City, upskilling artists and creatives who want to, figure out a way to bring their art and their work into the metaverse. So our market opportunity, we really started looking at virtual events, specifically media and entertainment events in the US market, but then we overlaid that with the opportunity of the metaverse. So according to McKinsey, they're estimating that it'll be $5 trillion by 2030. I don't know about you, I've never seen trillion, but I want a piece. And so this is our target market. We're primarily going after PR and brand agencies, and so we're actually working with one right now who represents Afrobeat artists in Nigeria, which I'm really excited about. And then we also work with corporate marketing departments. So our business model is this. We build spaces. We actually hold events for people, and we actually do business planning for those who are interested in being in the metaverse. We have a B2C, B2B, we do ads, and also have a subscription model. So our traction. So I like to talk about this because this is what we've been able to do. I like to say last year we were in beta, kind of like this research mode. And so we've trained this many people. We've had over 1,000 people actually visit our virtual headquarters, had global events around the world where we reached 5,000 people, and we've gotten so far as reaching people in South Africa, Rwanda, and Kenya. And so besides all of that greatness, we surpassed 6 figures in revenue, and we're on track and executing a plan to hit $1 million this year. Yes. And so these are some of the milestones. We did our first Metaverse art show a month after Facebook changed its name to Meta. And so we actually have one of our art buyers in the audience who bought a picture in our Metaverse, and it actually was delivered to her home. Our second thing that I wanted to talk about was our investment from Meta, the company itself, before they got, kind of in some trouble later on this year. But they believed in us last year in our roadmap. And I also wanted to mention completion of Baltipreneurs. This is probably the most thoughtful and well-organized program that I've been in all the accelerators in Baltimore City. So thank you, Wendy, and thank you, Jennifer. Social impact. I got a minute left, so let me just kind of speed through this. We've done a lot of stuff in the city, and so we've actually worked with students from YouthWorks and trained them to be metaverse interior designers. We actually hold health and wellness events in the metaverse, working with the Mental Health Emergency Fund. These press and accolades that we've done so far, you've probably seen some familiar faces up there. And then this is the team. I like to say I'm the queen of the Wakandan Kings. So this is them. And what else we got? Oh, breaking news. So we are launching a partnership with a local fashion show and model coach named Danielle Baker. And so we'll be doing events with fashion in the metaverse. And so that is it. Please scan, email us, and I think I'm good on time, right? Thank you.
She said 1 million people. She said 1 million. Can we get some more claps? So for all my students, I know you guys getting grades for being here. I'm going to report you to your teachers because you guys are not clapping. All right? So let's try this one more time because that was Black Girl Magic at its best. Can we give her... I don't know much about the metaverse, but it seems to be profitable, and it's led by someone like Miss Bianca, so I definitely appreciate that. All right. Our next Baltipreneur, I did have an opportunity to speak to in the back. I'm not sure about any of you all, but I like getting gifts that's on my wish list, right? Like you ever, somebody show up in Christmas and you're like, I didn't want this, so you re-gift it, right? I'm famous for that. But this person is making a conscious effort to make sure that if you put something on your gift list, you can get it from a friend, from a community member, from anybody that's in your social network. And so I like to bring up Miss Nina Garrity of Get Gifted. She doing the Price is Right.
I got this. Alrighty. We actually learned how to do this last week, you guys. So I highly recommend you give it a shot anytime you want. All right, let's make this happen. You guys, welcome. So thank you for coming this evening. I am Nina Garrity. I'm the CEO of Get Gifted, and we are transforming the way you give gifts every single day of the year. So how did I come up with this idea? Well, every solution starts with a problem, and I sure had one. And the interesting part is it's not just my problem, it's actually your problem as well. So here I was several years ago out in California visiting my niece Stella, and each morning getting her fresh blueberries from a local market. came back to Baltimore, sat in my office, and thought, well, how am I going to get blueberries for Stella? And there was no way I could do this because you can't Venmo a blueberry. You can't send it through the mail. So how is it going to solve this problem? So I had to do what most people resort to doing, is I had to leave my office and I had to go to a store, and I had to drive to Whole Foods. And I stood in front of the blueberries, and there they were, $4.85. I'll never forget this. And I thought, well, San Diego's a little more expensive. So I went to the register and I asked for a gift card for $5.75. I was promptly told you cannot do that. You can get one for $5, one for $10. So there I was. So I had to buy a $10 gift card, $10 for blueberries. That's absurd. And then I had to come back and I had to get an envelope and I had to find an address and I had to walk to the post office and get a stamp. I sent this out to her. 5 days later, she got a gift card for $10 and went to Whole Foods and probably bought chicken nuggets and goldfish. I was deflated, and I was never going to send her blueberries again, except I had this problem in that I care about my family member, and I was going to send her gifts for decades to come. How could I make this happen? Well, I needed a solution, because why? We have all felt the frustration of this. I wanted to shop locally for her. I did not want to buy her a gift card. We know that statistically people don't like gift cards at all. But the first problem with gifting is, well, what do people want? Will they like it? Is it the right size, the right color? Are they going to regift it? Like 67% of Americans do. Get ready, you guys. Those gifts that you cared about giving to somebody, well, they've gotten returned, regifted, donated, or they're hiding in the back of a closet. You also get items that end up being impersonal. But this is a problem with a solution, and I knew it would be. So I worked really hard at this, and I've come up with a solution. And so Get Gifted is a peer-to-peer gifting mobile application, because we know, ladies and gentlemen, your life is in the palm of your hands, and we've got that figured out for you. So how this works: people go on and they set up a wish list, and it's personalized, and at any given moment of the day, any day of the week, day or night, I can jump on. I can look for a person that I've connected with. I can choose exactly what Rachel Kohler wants. I give her a sweet little message. Enjoy the day. Happy Wednesday. It's convenient and it's complete, and it takes you less than 10 seconds. What's exciting about us is that whereas other options for you have been both inconvenient and impersonal to some degree, right? You've tried to get the right gift, it's gotten returned. You run to the mall, which takes your time, and you're not able to come up with the right gift, and so you resort to online shopping. But those are just catalogs, and you've limited your options, and the one thing you can't do is shop local on a catalog. You cannot get that person blueberries, ladies and gentlemen. So you send them money, one of the most impersonal gifts you could probably give. So whatever you Venmo'd somebody has gone to pay for, as my college students tell me, beer or gas. That's not what your grandmother thought was coming. So how are we spreading the word? We have a network of 17 student ambassadors, visiting local universities. We partner with 34 local businesses in this area, ladies and gentlemen. We are driving traffic into your community because that's where you shop. 70% of your shopping is done there, and we know it. We know our competition is tough, but we know how to beat them. We're customized, convenient. We are encrypted top to toe. We know our revenue drivers come from because we have a fee-based service for you and will be subscription advertising in time. We have a tremendous market opportunity. We know that our number of growth will be outstanding because we're aiming to get just 8,500 people by this time next year, and we know that there are 280 million people available to us. Multiply those numbers out and you're good at math. How have we done this? We've done it through the Baltipreneur program. We have grown our social media by 173% during our time here. New users, 23%. And we're going from here, ladies and gentlemen. We've just secured a spot as the gifting company for the global leadership team at Gore, and we are proud to say that we've done it. And how have we done this? Fast track, camaraderie, and a whole lot of work, ladies and gentlemen. These are some of the stores you'll be visiting. Put them on your app. Go give them business. And you, too, will get a juice from Treehouse Juicery like I just got from my son. Right? It's a big happy go. Thank you.
Oh, okay, we learning. I see my students. Good job, students. See? You see? It only took us 4 attempts, but we finally got it. No, congratulations. Thank you so much. That is actually a smart idea. You ever give somebody a gift card, but you want it like $10 back? Problem solved. And you can put the taxes in there. I love it. All right. I had the pleasure of watching this Baltipreneur news segment. Literally, he is a brother, or co-founder with a brother, and he decided during COVID not to just sit around, but to do something different. He had some time on his hands, and he said, well, how could we become more marketable? How could we become more professional? How could we give people something that will really spice up their night? He is the founder and CEO of Los Hermanos Tequila, Mr. Dante Henson.
So good evening. Hello, my name is Dante Henson. I'm the CEO, co-founder of Los Hermanos Tequila, and our mission is to unleash the spirit of Mexico in every bottle of our tequila. I started this company with my brother in 2020 because, like most people, when the lockdowns happened in March, we had a lot of time on our hands, right? So my wife, lovely wife sitting over here, and my brother and I, we drank tequila. That was our pastime. My brother would come to the house, he would bring a bottle. Next time my wife would buy a bottle. Okay, third time, it's my time. And so what we did, we spent our spring just going through maybe 15, 20 brands. So now when May comes, it's warm, we feel like we're the experts. We're so excited to tell people about tequila, but the problem was when we talked to other people, they couldn't relate. There was a lot of misconceptions about what tequila and what it was. People knew that it came from Mexico, but they didn't know it could only be made in Mexico. People didn't know the difference between a Blanco, a Reposado, or an Añejo, right? To this day, people still ask me, is the worm in the bottle? And so we decided, my brother and I, instead of keep dispelling all these misconceptions for free, why not start a brand, right? Like, why not? We're the right people at the right time. If people are doing it, then we can figure out how to do it too. So let's talk about the market. Tequila is a $3 billion industry in the U.S. alone. In 2019, it passed the $3.3 billion, surpassing whiskey to become the number 2 most valuable spirits category in the country. This year, tequila is on par to surpass vodka to become the number 1 most valuable spirit category in the country. And so what we know, African Americans are 12% of alcohol consumers, so capturing just 2% of that market will make us an $8 million company. So let's talk about our tequilas. So in November of 2020, my brother and I, we took a 4-day trip down to Mexico. We got a crash course in tequila. So we're showing up, we're thinking we're the experts, we know what we want. We got there, we promptly found out that we don't know anything, right? But it was an awesome lesson that I wouldn't trade for the world. Because what we learned down there, it's not just about the juice, it's about the culture. The time that people spend together, the time that they take to savor the drink. Because for tequila to be made, the agave has to grow for 8 years. So for day in and day out, there are farmers in the field harvesting those agaves, right? So I could tell you that we developed multiple award-winning tequilas, but that's not our secret sauce. I can tell you that you won't find a smoother tequila at this price point, but that's not our secret sauce. So what is our secret sauce? Shared experiences. What we know from science is that most people rate experiences that are shared, even with complete strangers, more valuable than if they had experienced them alone. And those memorable moments, those shared experiences, are why me and my brother got into this business, and that's what we're exporting to our customers. So when we're out here, we're doing podcasts, we're doing tastings, it's only my brother and I. We don't have any brand ambassadors. We don't have anybody come and represent us because we're out there and we're telling our story. We're sharing our experiences. So let's talk about traction. When we launched the brand in August of 21, third quarter, we had 1 location. We did $40,000 in sales that year. Last year, we grossed $165,000 in sales. We're on track to hit $320,000 this year. And so right now, Los Hermanos has distribution in 4 states, 240 locations, Maryland, D.C., Delaware, and Georgia. So thank you. So let's talk about our business model. So for Los Hermanos, we partner with the most award-winning distiller in Mexico that produces tequila. We have an importer that gets the tequila across the border for us and warehouses it. Our distributor picks it up. and they deliver to the retail locations. So what's next for us? So luckily, I have the most awesome mentor that I could get from Baltipreneurs program, Mr. Gillette Boyce, who helped me get to where I need to be. So we've landed our very first investor. And that investor has allowed us to launch our third expression in Anejo. And also in this class, I've met one of the very rare and very talented Baltipreneurs who introduced me to somebody in her network who's building us a dashboard that could track all of our sales, saving me 3 hours a month or 36 hours per year. So this is our team, my brother and I. And thank you for your time. And tell a friend to tell a friend.
All right. That was amazing. I can tell there's going to be some growth in revenue. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, and I'm not condoning this, unless you're 21 and you're a master student, but you just put it out there. Put that bottle down. See, one of the students is already excited about it. And for some of you guys, you know what tequila can do. And so we're expecting you to support them. If you didn't know about them now you know, right? Homegrown, local, and it can make for one hell of a night. I'm just saying. So super excited to bring up this next Baltipreneur. Didn't really know much about this next Baltipreneur, but what I tried my best to do is do some research. And I didn't even realize that a building could be unsustainable, right? And there's unique ways that you can find how to properly build buildings. And so, I'm not stealing this time. No, I don't even looking at no notes. All right, see, it's not me. But I would like to bring up Miss Ina Kovachave. Did I say it right? I said it good enough.
Thank you very much. All right, hello. Hi, my name is Ina. I'm the founder of ArcDash and a recovering architect. And this isn't working. Oh, here we go. We have all seen the transformation going on in the car industry. Tesla is the most valuable car company in the world. Because we care about the environment, consumers have made the switch from gas-powered engines to hybrids to all-electric vehicles. But there is one industry that is actually causing more carbon emissions and is only poised to do worse. And I think it might surprise you to find out which industry that is. It's buildings. In fact, a single building can emit 500 times more carbon dioxide than a car. And this is a huge problem because we have 111 million buildings in the United States that currently use up to 76% of our electricity, 40% of our total energy, inclusive of fossil fuels such as natural gas, and contribute to 40% of our total carbon dioxide emissions. This equates to $400 billion, and the important statistic here is that 30% of that is being wasted. There are sustainability certificates that try to address this. You've probably heard of LEED. They're very expensive, in the order of $50,000, and the result is that fewer than 1% of buildings are certified. But what about the other 99%? These are 2 projects I've completed. They both have LEED certification, but I'm not able to collect data regarding their actual performance. In other words, as an architect, I don't really know the impact these buildings have on the environment. And that's why we created ArcDash. We enable architects to make data-driven decisions that will result in healthier, more efficient, and sustainable buildings. We've created a digital platform for data storage and analysis. It allows architects to keep track of project information and provides easy access to monitor building performance. Through our dashboard, they'll be able to see their project's energy and water usage and carbon dioxide emissions. They'll be able to compare between their own in-house projects and also against local and national statistics. This will help inform decisions on future work and allow them to make recommendations based on actual data. So where is the data coming from? We have always metered buildings since we have to pay for consumption. The difference now is that there's legislation in at least 24 states requiring this data be publicly available, allowing us to tap into it and bring it to architects. Our revenue model is a one-time license fee, price varies based on firm size, and a monthly subscription. Our serviceable market is architecture firms with fewer than 75 employees, and our initial target is about 200 of them. We plan to reach these firms through our existing network and connections and through potential marketing channels, such as the AIA, American Institute of Architects, and SMPS, the Society of Marketing Professional Services. It looks like there's a lot of firms in the space. ArcDash is unique because it includes project analytics and post-occupancy data. We are going to be the check engine light for your building. Thanks. Through the Baltipreneurs Accelerator, we were able to complete 6 founder track waypoints, and we were able to secure a pilot with Loyola starting fall of 2023. Thanks. We're really excited to be working with the students from the data science department who will actually be helping us analyze that data. We have also been accepted into the Do Good Accelerator, through which we hope to explore developers as a potential market segment. So if you know of any building developers, please come talk to me after this. And finally, we're excited to start our pilot with Cooper Carey Architects next month. You've already met me. My background is in architecture computer science, and I'm joined by my co-founder, Brian, who's a data scientist and a software engineer, and we've recently added Abby to our team. Abby is a computer science major at the University of Maryland and is helping us with the baseline analytics of our platform. The building sector is on the cusp of helping change the course of the planet. This is a big enough problem that the AIA has issued the 2030 challenge, and they're expecting architecture firms to step up and take responsibility for building sustainably. We have done a lot to address the impact of cars. The next huge transformation has to happen in the building industry, and we've created the perfect tool to help architects do just that. Thank you. Thanks.
There we go. You guys get it. Ina, you are very smart, and that was very fluent. I really did appreciate that. And if anyone's in here a counselor, as you heard Ina, she is a recovering architect, and she's looking for AA groups and counseling and help. So please see her after we're done. All right, this next Baltipreneur, we actually work in similar spaces. This guy is trying to transform the mind of young people, especially when it comes to STEM, and just nurturing minds. His business is actually, the name of his business is something that is probably his mission every day. And I can appreciate it. Just glancing at the name, I appreciate it. But future makers, I would like to bring up Mr. Matt Brian Holtz.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Matt. How many of you were ever in grade school? Okay, just checking. I was in grade school once too, and I really, really, really love grade school because that's the time where the things that we believe in the most come to life and become real. And the thing that I believe in the most is being from here and making things. This is Isaac. Isaac, just like me, loves being in grade school. And the reason why Isaac loves being in grade school is because Isaac loves making stuff. This is a solution that Isaac's teacher, who Isaac loves, came up with. So Isaac would be able to solve an engineering challenge. It's spaghetti. It's marshmallows. For those of you that have used spaghetti and marshmallows, at the end of the day, when you take them and try to put them in your backpack to take them home, it doesn't really work well. And that's a problem. Isaac came back to learning after a bit of time away from the classroom. And Isaac and Isaac's schoolmates have some big, big hurdles to get over. And Isaac's teacher really wants to make sure that Isaac and Isaac's classmates, and then if you would sort of zoom out to all of the students in Maryland, and then zoom out to all of the students in the United States, have been really, really struggling. And at the bottom line, Isaac's teacher struggles too. They really want to make things that last and are formative. And this is a challenge because this is not something new. This has been going on for a long, long time. And now it's sort of worse. But I believe, and my team believes, that we have a solution in our students. And it starts with making things. I exist, and Future Makers exists to do this. We believe that playful hands-on learning is a simple way to solve an enormous challenge. We do this through manufacturing Sparks. These are hands-on learning materials that are all about the social and emotional skills that you need in order to then solve the engineering problems that you sort of have to do as you go through elementary school and into middle and high school. We've had a lot of fun developing Sparks because we've seen them do this. We've seen simple materials turn into really engaging ways for educators to successfully activate confidence, to see how things can be equitable and purposeful and belong to learners, not just conceptually, but physically. Everything that we design and everything we engineer is made to keep. We sell into organizations like these all over the United States. And we sell them with purpose. We make them so they're accessible and affordable, and we also make them so we can do this in a sustainable way. We have a great community of buyers who come back to us again and again to make sure that their educators and learners are well supported. And most importantly, we've been able to serve a lot of learners in a very short period of time. I feel very, very, very grateful for the Baltipreneur program because we're able to sort of reflect on the success that we've had and then put it into the future. We're on track right now to do this, which is pretty huge if we just keep going at this pace. But what we're looking to do is this. We feel that our impact can be really significant. We know that we're going to be able to get there because we've got a huge opportunity in this. These resources are there. So we have some specific things that we're trying to do, and what we're looking for is ways of making connections with more schools, more districts, more organizations that might be interested in supporting this kind of work. Our team is super solid. We're really, really grateful that so many resources have been made available to us here at Loyola. It's astounding what this program has been able to bring. Our advisors are super solid, and our customers are really, really engaged. If you'd like to have some for yourself, go ahead and scan that QR right there. If you want to give them to family, friends, or more importantly, educators and organizations, please take a look. This will send a free pack to anyone you choose. Thanks a lot for the opportunity to share.
No one wants to address the elephant in the room, so I will. I thank you. But Matt, you're doing something that a lot of people don't give educators credit for. A lot of times when we look at pre-K through 5th grade, we just kind of skip over it because we're always thinking big. College is very important. But I come from a community not too far from here where many kids don't even know Loyola exists, and I grew up the street. That's how important what he is doing. It's very important. You have a lot of kids right now who are not learning the traditional way. He's putting something in their hand so that they can become the future of Loyola. And I think that, man, you're doing an amazing job, brother. So I appreciate you. This next Baltipreneur, by far, and I have to say this, I don't think that since doing this is my 2nd year, so clearly I did a great job. But this... but no, not trying to pat myself on the back. But this guy he has the first Baltipreneur Hall of Fame jacket, and I want you guys to stay tuned. He's a pastor, and he's here to talk to you about E-Bless, Mr. John Matthews.
So I'm gonna put this here for you guys. No, I'm not going to preach a sermon. Just give me 1 second. Okie doke. So as he said, my name is John Matthews. I'm not bringing back the Temptations. I'm the CEO and founder of Prothemos Innovations, and I'm the creator of the eBless app. But before we talk about the eBless app, I want to talk about something, which one am I pressing? There we go, that many of us probably know a lot about. How many here have ever given someone a gift card? Now, how many here has ever been given a gift card? All right, now this last question. How many here has ever lost a gift card? There we go. Yes. Now let me share my story. Some time ago, I was organizing my room, and what I discovered was a stack of gift cards between my wife and I, right? And I just went through this process and said, let me go try to find these cards where see if there's cash on them. For some of them, the phone number didn't work. They had PIN numbers that didn't qualify. The websites were done. And some of the stores were out of business. So that was money lost. So I did a little digging, and this is what I discovered. I discovered that a recent survey from USA Today said that nearly half of Americans have $21 billion worth of unspent gift cards just lying around. I got tired of paying extra for gift cards that could either be lost or never used. So I came up with a solution, and the solution is eBless. The eBless user app is a mobile greeting and cash gift card or cash gift center in your pocket. Never go to a wedding, a baby shower, birthday party, or funeral, or any type of event and not be able to give a gift. With eBless, it's pretty simple. So you would simply select whoever you want to select your recipient, select a greeting card right there, or you could actually shoot a video and personalize it. This makes it much more personal, right? Add the dollar amount, hit send, and instantly they've been eBlessed. Boom. They open it up, download it. There you go. Right now, what's next? And one of the things that we learned from Baltipreneurs, this has been really helpful. It said, hey, I was talking to our mentor, Phil, he's in the room, and we were talking about how else we can grow the platform. So one of the things we want to be able to do that we're going to be doing is actually sending digital greeting cards so that eBless becomes your digital wallet, right? So you'll never lose that greeting card because it's going to be saved in your wallet. Now, how do we make money? It's easy. We charge a fee for each transaction. But we've also seen we've also had other use cases for the platform. So our customers said, hey, listen, I want to be able to give to my church with the platform. So we built it, digital donation basket. And we're going to be adding credit repair programs, home ownership training programs to make impact in our communities. This is a platform that every week these folks are going to be using, and they're going to see programs in there that are going to actually help create generational wealth for communities that may not have had access to it. Now, there's a lot of companies out there that send money digitally, right? But what we do, we send greeting cards, gift cards, we store gifts digitally, electronically donate to charity, and we have community impact. Now, just speed through this real quick. In 2019, I raised $15,000 from family and friends to build the app. In late 2019, we actually raised another $15,000 after completing Conscious Venture Labs, their accelerator. We raised another $50K in private investment from Virtuous Capital. And so, trying to get to this next one. So what we could use is $300K. That would give us 2 years of runway to scale the company, to be able to hire a dedicated sales and marketing team. All right, that's my amazing team. Let me speed through. Wow, there we go. My amazing team, we speed through. And then our amazing team of advisors, Hidito Nishitani, it was the president of Virtuous Capital, LLC, and then Reginald Grant, former NFL player and a business development strategist. So why now? Look, there's a growing need for minority and disenfranchised communities to create and generate generational wealth. And look, other peer-to-peer payment companies have gone public and had major exits. So this is our why. This is our purpose. And that's why we're here, and we thank the Baltimoreneurs for having us. And
all right. Wonderful job. Can we give it one more time for his jacket, please? For his jacket. I don't know if you guys ever seen the 5 Heartbeats, but there's a scene where the old lead singer, he meets up with him in the alley. He rips off his jacket. That reminds me of that. But yours is better. Yours is better for sure. All right, and as we come down to the final Baltipreneur, I'm not sure about anyone in here, but when you're pursuing college, we all need money. And if you guys can remember, I know some of you, I'm scanning the room, some of you guys went to college when they only had one building and it was just one, you ate lunch in like a park or whatever. But now college is very, very expensive, and we're all looking to say, no, ain't not no old jokes. I love you guys, because without you, this don't exist, right? And so I would like to bring up the founder and CEO of BCU Money Guide, Miss Paula Dofat.
Thank you. All right, good evening, everybody. Oh, don't start my time yet, please. Wait. Before anything, I'm grateful. Don't care what happens, but y'all got to give it up for my money's green suit. All right. Okay, is this button? Yes. All right. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Paula Dofat, and I am an award-winning college counselor. For 20 years, there's been many things that have bothered me, but 2 things in particular. One, that I watch too many students and families watch their college dream turn into a financial nightmare. That's number 1. Number 2, I've primarily worked with Black and brown students all my life for the 20 years. Oh, I'm older than that, but for 20 years, I'm just turned 23. And for the 20 years, the other thing is that the pain of sending Black and brown students onto culturally insensitive campuses, that bothered me a lot as well. So, therefore, out of all that, I created HBCU Money Guide, and we are the free degree resource center. What does that all mean? Too fast. Okay, the biggest problem about that financial nightmare, we have $1.7 billion of student loan debt right now in this country. Disproportionately, it affects Black families, no matter what their income level is. That is unacceptable. And it's not just Black and brown families. The $1.7 billion, all families, all students are looking for an alternative and a way out of this. Biggest problem. The other problem, talking about the cultural insensitivity of some of the campuses. You don't know what you don't know, but there are options. Historically Black colleges and universities are an option that people do not think about because counselors don't know about them. But they give away $7 million in scholarships every year. There are 101 HBCUs, and 64 of them provide full-ride scholarships to students, and no one is talking about that. In addition, if we put that aside, also, students are just looking for ways that they can have a low-cost degree or a free degree, and there are plenty of options out there, but we are not putting them all together. So, my competitors, a lot of you may say, there's tons of scholarships out there. We see that every day. We see it on Instagram. We see it on all social media, tons of scholarships. There are, but they're scattered all over the place, and none of them are focused completely on HBCUs. So what did we do? Our solution is that we put everything in one place. We are the one-stop shop for everything you need for HBCUs and how to figure out how to go for free or for very little money. What do we offer? We have digital assets of ebooks. We also have courses, and we have books, and the only merit scholarship database of HBCUs, which we confirmed with the United Negro College Fund. Take that. All right. But in addition to that, with our courses, through Baltipreneurs, we actually did pivot. I want to stop 2 seconds. We did pivot because originally we just had the database. But now, as we pivoted, we have the book that goes with the database and also trainings. So this year, we were able to train at McDonough. They contracted with us to train their entire counseling staff about HBCUs. Also, they are bringing us back to speak to families and parents, and also they want us to co-counsel all the students who want to attend HBCUs. In addition to that, we also received a sponsorship from DTLR, Downtown Locker Room, and they have provided us with funds to go to 5 Black College Expos across the country, and we have been able to do 4 of the 5. Our next one will be April 1st in Chicago. Okay. Our revenue model is that we now, thanks to Baltipreneurs and helping us to pivot, and all my co-entrepreneurs who have helped me to figure this out, that I'm a B2B and a B2C. So we now stack our books with the database for one price, our ebooks, and also our counseling sessions, which range from $1,000 to $10,000. But for our consumers, they can do something for as low as $10 and get a lot of information, a lot of value. All right, success stories. Does it work? It absolutely works. Look at these wonderful students who have gotten through school without paying. But I have even greater proof. My team. 2 people on my team, my sons, they did the program, and both of them actually went to school and did not pay. So I thank you, okay? But in addition to those, my team is even deeper. I got to give 2 seconds to my team. My oldest son has been a research assistant for me, so even though he's not on my team consistently, he does. And my mom has been my administrative assistant, so you can't do anything without family, all right? But I want to thank Baltipreneurs because without you, I would not have been able to pivot. As I started off with the database, nobody understood what I was doing, but offering resources for students to go to school for free, everybody understands that. So I thank you.
We can do better than that. Come on now. First and foremost, I would like to thank you, Miss Paula, because I was wondering if, let's say I re-enrolled, will they pay for what I owe? And I'm just kidding. But could we just give a round of applause for all of our Baltipreneurs, please? As a reminder, I just wanted to say again, welcome to the Baltipreneur family. You've completed your journey. Despite whatever outcomes there may be, you all are winners. I have to remind you of that. And I have to tell you, it's no doubt in my mind that the collective you need is the collective that you're sitting right next to. If you guys leave out of here and you don't help one another out, this was all for nothing. I have to remind you of that. The only way to do this thing is to collaborate. Oh, I see my kids in the back that came from program. What's up, man? You see my son? Yeah. Hey, we gonna get some of these scholarships. Yeah, we know Miss Paula now, right? And we gonna get, Daddy gonna get some juice, son. My son always say, fat belly. I'll be like, oh. So it's all good though. But I really do hope you guys really take this and develop some lifetime friendships, some lifetime bonds, and help each other scale, because that's really what it's all about. We're about to go into our break session where there'll be some voting. But before we do that, I'd like to bring up the one and only Miss Wendy.
Thank you so much, Mayo. And let's give a round of applause to events who've supported us in putting this together tonight. Thank you so much to the team from Loyola. If you guys can go to the very last slide, everybody's going to see a QR code, but not the folks at home. Okay, because you got to be in the room to vote. All right, so I'm glad you're here. This is how it works. You can vote for everybody in order. Okay? So you can vote for everybody. Just put it in order. Put your first choice first. You got it open? Baltipreneurs can vote. Everybody gets one vote. You got it open? Is it working? Okay. All right. So get your vote in. Grab another drink if you want one. We've got about 5 minutes. We're going to tally those results, and we are going to announce our winners. Thanks, everybody. Excited to announce the Hustle Award, the first award for the Baltipreneur who achieved the most in the course of the program. You guys know what hustle is. We saw a lot of hustle in the course of the program. I have a check for the winner of the Hustle Award. She's not even listening to me. She's in the back of the room. She's talking. Get Gifted needs to come on up and receive her check for the Hustle Award. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Congratulations. Thank the Baltipreneurs. Okay, we have more. We have more. That's just the beginning. The next award is I want to do it in order. The Impact Award. The Impact Award for $5,500. This award goes to none other than HBCU Money Guard Paula Dofat. Thank you. There you go. All right. Well done. We are so excited. Big impact right there, big impact. The next award, thank you, Jen, is the Peerless Award. This is a really special one. We are awarding $5,500 to the person who used the cohort, worked the cohort, gave to the cohort, got from the cohort. That award, again, where is she? Goes to, there she is, Cordal, Dr. Jen Fry. Come on up here, doctor. Congratulations.
I love my cohort. Thank you, fam. Thank you, Wendy.
You're welcome. I'm proud of you. Okay. This is so much fun. This is so much fun. I wish I had more of these. Okay, but I have two more. The next one is the Greyhound Award, 10X. Who will take us to 10X? Do you guys know what the Greyhound is? What at Loyola, why are we talking about the Greyhound? It's our mascot. It's our mascot. Okay. Good. Just got to make that clear. Greyhound 10X goes to Los Hermanos Tequila. There he is. Do this and I'll give you a hug.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. Okay, so audience, you had a chance to vote, remember? You just voted. The Audience Choice Award is our last award, and it's for $3,000, and it goes to a person who really, really deserves it. They all do. But tonight, this check is for Treehouse Juicery. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. All right, folks. That's it for tonight. We want to see you next year. We want to see your applications in the fall. Thank you for everything.